Alright guys, welcome back to some more FTL Multiverse. We're going to be continuing our final journey through the galaxy with the DASR-12. I remember in the last episode we actually traversed through the crystalline origins and we helped collect his waystone device from the evil priest Vortigern. And we also blew up some mantis scum. But I do remember saying that we were going to go to the Geniocracy Science District in the last episode, so I guess without further ado, let's just head on over. Okay, here we go. Proceed to the Geniocracy Science District. Oddly enough, a large amount of data provided by the sector seems to have been wiped by the creators of the entry point. There's some gibberish in here as well, and a large warning printed advising travelers to stay away. It's too late to go back now, so hopefully we don't find ourselves in a crisis situation right off the start. This sector is supposedly home to the Shell Geniocracy's finest scientists, and where their primary genetic research is performed. However, the strange Atlas entry here leads you to assume something is up. Over the radio blares a brief section from the Geniocracy anthem, followed by a distressed, pre-recorded message. This is Professor Alkali, lead researcher and spearhead of the Geniocracy Science District and Genetic Enhancement Project. If you are hearing this, I advise leaving as soon as possible. My team and I are currently locked in Lab Omega. We made a very terrible mistake. Our latest creations, the Morphs, they've gone loose. Worse yet, the rebellion has arrived from unspecified regions. This sector is not safe. I repeat, this sector is not safe. The message is cut off as a distant shadow approaches, revealing itself to be a ship. Before you is a shell guard, though it's of highly unusual colors. A flat, unfaltered gray hull sets it apart from their usual appearance. Even more peculiar, the ship hails you, speaking complete nonsense. Speak e kip you erpel roo, kip tu roos blue perp juke? A small gray blob shows up on your screen, making odd spastic gestures with its body. Advanced engines! Try to escape the guard. You successfully managed to escape from the guard's range. Okay, well I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to install advanced FTL navigation. So let's see if I can do that. Okay, here we go. Long range jump. Allows you to jump to any previously visited beacon. Yeah, let's get that. Now, we need to get to Site Alpha or Site Omega. I say we go to Site Alpha first, actually. Looks like this is, or was, the site of a Shell laboratory. Apparently something important, no less, as it's marked Site Alpha on your map. Looks like it's been damaged by rebels though, and a single ship still remains. Okay, let's attack them, I guess. The rebel ship is slow to the offense, and says nothing. All the same, they raise their weapons and attack. Okay, let's go kill these rebel scum, if that's what you really are. Let me hack their shields. That's not a human, that's a morph! With 75% of the mimicked form's standard health value, immune to suffocation, and occupies half of a crew slot on the ship's manifest. Interesting. Let me cloak this, but I bet they can still be mind-controlled. Take this. And this. And they're dead. Get out of here, scum. Another rebel ship laid waste by you and your crew. You scrap the hull before you investigate the lab. You're surprised to find a still functional terminal in one of the rooms. It appears to have been halfway through sending a message, until it was disabled by the rebels. You downloaded information and played back on your ship. Listen to the recording. The final containment unit has been breached. Rebel forces have descended on Site Alpha and have stolen Subject Zero. We are requesting immediate backup, and MFK Ace has already arrived. I repeat, we are requesting immediate back. The recording cuts short, but you can easily guess how it ended. Nothing pretty, to be certain. Looks like some coordinates are on here too. A tracking beacon of the supposed Subject Zero. Okay. Oh, this is the coordinates of Subject Zero. Okay, well let's go to Site Omega. I wonder what that's all about. You've arrived at Site Omega, the location mentioned by Alkali at the entrance. You spot a large cell laboratory in the distance, and approach cautiously. Doc? Oddly enough, it appears the gas in the facility has been shut off. It's extremely convenient, but you aren't one to question. You dock with the station and head inside. The interior hallways are mixed in splashes of red and green blood, as you carefully step over the mangled corpses of humans and crumpled bodies of deceased shells. Looks like a massive firefight happened here, though the uniform on these rebels stands out. Not one to back down though, you press on, following the trail of carnage. At last, you reach the locked door, and once you break it open, you spot a wounded shell scientist on the ground, presumably Alkali. As soon as he spots you, he points at a table with a syringe on it. You, give me that. No, you're gonna answer some questions first. Alkali glares at you, and you aren't even sure if he heard you. Didn't you hear me? Grab me that syringe. I don't have time to waste. Give him the syringe. You quickly administer the brown liquid in the syringe into Alkali's arm. Good. I just needed something to boost my regenerative properties again. Now, why is the Federation intruding this sector? I didn't realize the ongoings of the Geniocracy concerned you, when you seem much more preoccupied with other matters. Could ask the same about why the rebels are here. Yes, I was wondering the same thing. They've taken an interest in my latest mistakes, the morphs. You see, the morphs were created to work for the shells. Do the hard manual labor. A work of goddamn genius, too. All it took was a bit of corp juice, and soon enough, I had created life itself. Damn Nerva, the management district's director, kept refusing to approve funding for the project. Probably thought the morphs were going to make them useless, much like the radiants for the military district. But I wouldn't be surprised if that sabotaged my facilities. But that's just rumor among the science district. Now, you still have not answered my question. Why are you here? I do not appreciate the unknown staying unknown, and I would like to understand your intentions before you shoot me or sacrifice me to whatever pagan gods you people worship. We're on a quest to reach Node 17. Well, no shit. Everyone knows where you're going. I swear, everyone is heading to that forsaken place. A disgrace. You could have used that multiverse tech to, I don't know, solve ancient mysteries, or create some sort of interdimensional utopia. But instead, you use it to fight each other. We shells do not suffer from these issues. We are people of science, and have little to worry about internal conflict. Now, you still have not answered me. Have you come to kill me? Recruit me to cure some form of deadly space disease your people suffer from? God damn it, I'm tired of waiting. We heard your distress call and came here. Ah, some kind of philanthropist, are you? Great. Well, I guess you're a better escort than, I don't know, something that's worse than you. You don't subscribe to any silly religions or conspiracies, do you? You are vaccinated, right? Not particularly. Very good, then. I request that you transport me back to the Geniocracy when you have a chance. I shall make myself useful in the meantime. I am no freeloader. Okay. What is this? As we begin to depart from the station, a rebel ship jumps in. But it's not like any rebel design you remember in your debriefing. Renegades, elites, MFK aces, engineers, none of them bear that logo. A yellow helmet with the word Legion on it. Stands out to you. Is this some new rebel fleet? You receive a hail from that rebel vessel. Federation, under any other occasion I would not hesitate to destroy you. However, we are here on important business. Hand over the scientists, and you will be permitted to leave. Fail to do so, and we will pull him from the hands of your mangled corpses. Attempting to leave this beacon without handing over the target will be met with failure. We have already disabled your long-range FTL drive. Refuse! Then you leave us no choice. Do not worry, you won't live long enough to regret this decision. True to their word, it appears your FTL drive has been sabotaged. Your engines will still function, but you won't be able to jump until the rebels are dead. Okay, well, welcome on board, Alkali. Let's see, who do we replace? Let's replace this guy. Now, go! Work the engines! Dang it, they hacked my engines! Oh jeez, what the heck is this? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Hack their shields. Whoa, these guys are kicking this guy's ass! What the hell? Get him out of here. Okay, let's try this guy. Come on, Pappinaki. We'll cloak that. Very good. Yes, pheromone up. Whoa, this guy's taking way too much damage. Okay, let's send in this guy then. Hack the shields, now! Ow! Ow! Damn it! You pieces of crap! And they cloak like always, because that always happens whenever I try to hack. They always cloak, and it always ends badly. But, you know what? Now's our chance. Attack with everything we have. Pick that! Yes! Weapons completely destroyed for them. Cloaking back online. Good. Still not really clear. I played this game for a very long time, and I'm still not really clear on who these guys are. Oh my god. Get out. Get out. Get out now. Yeah. Fight this guy. Fight this guy in here. That's right. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. Let's wait for them to cloak before hacking. Come on, kill that man. Yeah! Whatever that was super overpowered, but we still killed him. There's their cloaking, finally. Cloak this. Very nice. And hack those shields. Oh, you poor souls. You really thought you could kill me? Get out of here. Dead. The rebel vessel has been defeated, leaving behind plenty of scrap matter and an unusually high-tech weapon. Surprisingly, you still detect faint life signs aboard the wreck as you scrap it. We got a cluster bomb, eh? You move closer, tearing open the cargo bay to find a wounded rebel soldier. As soon as you approach, he panics, reaching for a sharp piece of metal, and plunges it deep into his chest. An act of suicide, likely to stop you from getting information. But on what? Investigate that ship. Seems most of the data on the ship was purged during the fight. A strange practice, but it seems they knew their fate before the fight had even begun. Whatever this ship was, it was under very clear orders not to let anything leak. Maybe this won't be the last time you see a ship like this, though that's very uncertain. Okay, well, hey, our ship's fixed up, so that's nice. Now, there's something here with Subject 0, so I'm gonna go down and investigate. Let's go down here. Looks like this is the ship carrying the supposed Subject 0. Much like the ship before, it makes no attempt to brag, threaten, or insult you like a normal rebel ship would, but silently moves past, okay, attack. You can't even be certain if this Subject 0 is still on board or not, but you aren't going to let these rebels go without a fight. Alright, let's kill these rebels. Bam! Oh yeah! Suddenly, a voice bursts out of the rebel ship. Though it's oddly unhuman, but you can't place your finger on why. Stop! This ship does not want to fight. Please stop fighting, please, please, please. Okay, let's listen to them and stop. Thank you, you are so kind. It suddenly dawns on you what this is. The voice is spliced together from other audio tracks. It's not even a person speaking, but a bizarre recording. Inquire about the voice. You don't receive a response for a while, and you begin to think they've ignored you. When suddenly their voice returns. Can I trust you? Yes. This ship not rebels. I am Ujmaju, father of Morphs. We are escaping. The shells are not kind. They want to use us for slave labor. Will you allow us safety? When I'm safe, the Morphs will be too. Agree to take him with you. You expect the Morph to beam aboard, but instead the rebel ship changes shape, converging into a massive gray blob. It appears I am too large to fit. I wish for you to carry this segment of my body, feed it, so it may grow. Thank you, Federation. Okay, welcome on board, Ujmaju. Ujmaju, the Morph. Is Ujmaju one Morph? Many? What is he saying? What does his name mean? Will any of this be answered? Probably not. So, inherited Morph stats, they're immune to suffocation, which is pretty cool. They could summon Morph crew if fed resources at empty beacons. Huh. So this guy is basically Odo from Deep Space Nine. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Welcome on board, Ujmaju. What could I do here? Change my Morph's form? I can't right now. Alright. Well, let's go see what Sylvan the Merchant has to say. But, yeah. We'll go see Sylvan, and then we'll go down here. Of all things, we didn't expect to see a rebel ship being the one to solicit their distress beacon on open comms. They don't seem shy to hail you either. You know that gross sentient space skunk that lives here? Well, some of their goopy insides got stuck in our engines, and now they're jammed. Now, I know we don't exactly get along, but there surely could be something in it for you. Okay, let's have our Morph crew reawaken the hibernating goo. Your Morph lets out a cacophony of shrill chirping, followed by many more from the Morphs in the engines, who detach themselves from the mechanisms and roll to meet your Morph. The rebels aren't really sure what they just witnessed, but they reluctantly pay you in thanks, so we got another Morph. Okay, I guess we'll replace our human with a Morph. Welcome on board, sir, ma'am, whatever you are. Now, let's go here, to this beacon. Sylvan the Merchant, how are you? Stranger, so nice to see you again. Care for some trade? Sylvan has a story he wants to tell. Oh, come on, man, really? Alright, stranger, have you ever heard the tale of the triple-headed plant-eating snake monster? No? Haha, of course not, I made it up. I don't got a story to tell this time, but I did see something pretty cool. Does that even count as a story? I think it does, stranger. Sylvan chuckles to himself. Now I'm sure by now you become acquainted with the Morphs, yes? Perhaps what you didn't know, however, is their ships are made up of many Morphs all bunched together. Cozier than two lovers after a full night of... well, never mind. Anyways, these ships tend to resemble that of existing shell design, but I happened to catch sight of one that stood out to me. A cruiser. Bet you're familiar with those, stranger. Didn't come here looking for an unlock from old Sylvan now, did you? Way to break the fourth wall. Now, it ain't gonna be peaches and roses. It don't take no geniuses to reckon you gotta cover that ship unharmed somehow. Now, I hypothesize there's a couple ways to pull this off. The first, and most obvious, of course, is killing off all the morphs. Should be simple enough, except for the fact that that thing's bound to be teeming with all sorts of them. No oxygen either. Makes it real tricky. The second, you could find some miracle and learn how to understand these things, and convince them to give you their ship. Good luck with that. 3, and my personal favorite, you bring them someone they will listen to. I heard there's some big one called Ooj Maju. You gotta shout it like that you see who's still around these parts. Somewhere around Site Alpha, I think. You interested at all, stranger? Yeah, sure. Excellent. Now I'll give you the coordinates to this cruiser. I believe in you, stranger. Anyways, now that's out of the way. Here for a trade. Okay, yes. Let me sell all of my missiles. Okay. Alright, and he's selling me mine launchers. Oh, by the way, this cluster bomb. A powerful Aether-powered bomb launcher which replicates 3 warheads when targeting the enemy ship. For safety reasons, only fires 1 bomb when targeting your own ship. 2 power, 19-second charge time, uses 1 missile, and it shoots 3 bombs that each do 2 damage and 30 crew damage. Okay, that's actually not that bad, but problem with that is... Oh, and another thing. This is the very same bomb weapon that the flagship uses on Phase 3, but I don't know if I'm going to use it. I'll keep it in the storage bay for now in case we change our mind. But let's upgrade our defense a little more. And now we need to get to Site Delta over here, I believe. Right? But we're gonna have to make a dive for the fleet first. Though the background ships suggest heavy rebel presence, not many elites linger. It appears they merely function as carriers for the massive fleet of auto ships now swarming towards you. Advanced engines, try to escape the elites. You manage to outrun the fleet ship by some odds. You take a moment to catch your breath. Okay, phew. Come on. We gotta get out of here. Okay. Let's go here. We're gonna have to keep on diving if we want to get anything done. Oh my gosh. Try to escape this elite? Yes, okay, we did it. Okay. This is, Sun? No, we're not going there. We're going here. Okay, it looks like a shell vessel is approaching. It looks like the shell ship is a science vessel. They beg you for help. The rebels, they've been following us everywhere. Would you be so kind to aid us? Let's, offer some supplies to better prepare themselves? Okay, we give them some stuff, and they gave us a drone. Alright, well, thanks, I guess. But let's go here. The rebels aren't all too common nowadays outside of sectors of interest or the fleet trailing you, which means if anything, the ship here is a sign of something bigger. Beyond that, it's also a sign that there's a fight in your very near future. yeah, let's get some scrap, shall we? Come on, let's kill these guys. Okay, they're trying to escape. And they want to surrender by delaying the fleet. Nah, let's just kill them. Alright, we got them. Now let's go. Look, we gotta be the exit in 3, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, just like that. You receive a video with a gibberish title which shows several cartoon alien warriors fighting each other in gladiatorial combat. Minutes later, a morph ship approaches, weapons on the ready. Okay, well that's one way to convey a message. Now let's go kick ass. Alright, let's destroy these synthetic biological lab creations. Die now! Uju, you're Kiplulu. You think the morphs are surrendering, but you aren't sure. How do you respond? Kill them! And they're dead. You wonder if the morphs felt pain as their ship just imploded. You hope not, but only because you can never be sure if these things are really dead, and you'd hate for them to come back to haunt you later. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we got them. Now let's go to Site Delta. Okay, that's a donut. It looks like a massive shell laboratory has been set up here, and it's still functional. However, you can't help but wonder how it survived this long after the rebel siege. Contact them. You receive a response from a frightened shell scientist. Crap! You'll never take us alive, Federation! The station suddenly opens fire without any further reason why. Maybe if you could damage them enough, they'll surrender, and you could figure out what's going on. Alright, let's go beat these guys up, but not kill them. I hack their shields. Alright, let's kill them. Hurt them. Okay, I've changed my mind. You can take us alive. Demand they explain what's going on. We're offered a lot of money by the rebels to transfer over some blueprints. cargo, and morph DNA. Like, a lot of money. Don't look at me like that. Had you been offered the same, you would have done it too. Don't the rebels hate aliens? Please don't use the term alien to us. You are the aliens. But yes, they aren't the kindest folk. But rich as hell. They aren't above a basic buyout. Easier than raiding an entire sector. Unfortunately, now you're here, and our payment never showed up. Demand they give you the cargo instead. If the rebels have use for it, so does the Federation. What? But what about our money? You flip a switch to power back on your weapons, and the shell gulps in anticipation. Ah, right, alright, fine. I'm so fired for this. Well, I was going to be fired for this anyways, but you get the point. It's like being double fired. True to what the shell said, if the rebellion has use for this, so will the Federation. For the blueprint, you forward them to the Federation base. The weapon you take with you, and the morph DNA you lock away for safekeeping. The rebels don't need to get their hands on this. We got a cyclopean beam as a weapon. What does it do? One famous shell scientist, Dr. Thierley, suggested that they develop a beam that concentrated a lot of corrosive gas into a single straight line. People thought he was crazy, but guess what happened after that? Alright, it takes 2 power, 14-second charge time, a beam length of 120, a speed of 5, total system damage 1, total coup damage 60, the breach chance of 80. Okay, so it's just an anti-bio beam. Nothing too crazy. Now, let's go to the exit of this godforsaken sector. The long-range beacon is almost hidden within a nebula. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Okay, let's do something on board the ship. Interact with a crew member. Let's just do our salvage mission. We got some fuel. Let's change my morph's form. Transform a regular morph. And, okay. Let's see. What form do you want your morph to take? Okay, can you please morph into a mantis for me? Your morph transforms to a new shape. Okay, nice. We got a mantis. Alright, a mantis morph. So what does a mantis morph do? Okay, so it's mimicking the mantis, so it has 75% health of the actual mantis. It's immune to suffocation, and it occupies half of a crew slot. Okay, so it basically just has the abilities of a mantis plus suffocation immunity. Well then, I think it would be best if we go to the high brood worlds then. Okay, continue. Proceed to the Mantis Hive. This sector is home to Queen Lakon Planakra and her Mantis bishops. The Mantis don't appreciate intruders, so be watchful of your step throughout the sector. Okay? You've arrived in the Mantis Hive, territory usually deemed forbidden for most. Regardless of whether you came here willingly or not, you're here now. Make sure you get out while you still have the crew to escape with. Seems the Hive is protected by no suzerain vessel. A bishop, one of the strongest Mantis warriors alive, is stationed here aboard a bright white guard vessel. Very unlikely you come here. For now, you are dying. Federation captain will rue day in which he thought he could infiltrate Hive. Let's use our Hive elites to persuade them to let us go. Whether the Mantis still desire to hunt you or not, they would not dare question the authority of an elite soldier in the Hive. You are allowed to pass. Good. Helps to have someone like that on our ship. And, this is the location of a quest from Sylvan. This beacon hosts a Mantis transport. Okay, let's demand the surrender of their goods. You prepare to secure the cargo by force. Alright, they're trying to run. Cowards. Let's hack their piloting so they can't escape. Okay, here we go. Let's hit all these rooms. Oh yeah, they're in shambles now. Oh no, they bombed my weapons. Oh, they burned to death. Nice. You destroyed the transport, but nothing remains of the cargo. Dismayed, you scrap what remains of the hull. Okay, well, it's fine. Let's go to this distress call. Alright, what do you got for me? A gathering vessel is desperately trying to evade a hostile Mantis. Okay, let's help them. Alright, come on, Mantis. You know better than to attack innocent civilians. And we do exactly that. But hey, scrap is scrap, I guess. Just like the scrap I'm gonna get from killing these guys. Yep, get one shot. The Mantis ship has been filled. The Florals come to a halt and contact you. Alright, they thank us and give us a kernel weapon. I'm not gonna pick it up right now. Now, let's go to Sylvan's quest. You've arrived at the coordinates Sylvan gave. It looks like his information was correct. As always, you spot the massive morph vessel nearby. Approach. You move closer, and the cruiser instinctively raises its weapons. Maku, Juka Yip Yip Rule. If you had to guess, they want an explanation for why you're following them. Uj Maju, Peek Peek Yurla Spood 2. As soon as they hear the voice of Uj Maju, their leader, all of the morphs stop. After some more gibberish back and forth, the morphs transfer over some data for the ship blueprints. It looks like genetic code, but you aren't one to question. Before you leave, they offer a gift of good faith. Well, thanks for the thing I can't use. Let's just put that there. Now let's go. We got a lot of fights on our hands, so we'll hit all of these. Okay, you come across an NG wreck with one life sign aboard. It turns out to be a suzerain, and the sole survivor of the Mantis boarding party that wiped out the ship's crew. He's in no state to fight, and he's brought aboard. Mantis crew, interrogate him! It's not clear what occurs between the two ships behind the locked door, but when they emerge, the suzerain is prepared to provide telemetry on the local sector. He then leaves on the NG ship. Your map's been updated. Oh, good, good. Okay, well then let's go here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're under attack by a Mantis again. Mind controlled, unmind controlled. Okay, these guys are attacking my ship. Not cool, man. We're hacking their piloting for today. Oh no. Oh, I almost just lost Alkali. Okay, cloak through this. Alright, let's hack their piloting and shoot them. Alright, let's hit all this. Oh, yes! Alright, finish them. They're dead. Alright, we got it. Okay, next beacon. Over here. Alright, more Mantis attacking us. This is perfect. Keeping it simple. Well, let's cloak that. Wow, okay, that was a bit scary. You target everything at those weapons. Just like that. Yeah, get out of here. And no more teleporter for you either. Never mind. I guess they decided to board us anyways. Okay, our morph Mantis is not doing anything against this. Okay, who's taking a beating here? Okay, they're dead. We got them. And we killed their crew as well. Alright, next beacon. Over here. Oh, you can't help but shake the feeling you're being followed through the system. After some time spent running basic scans on the surroundings, it becomes clear your suspicions weren't unfounded. A bishop vessel reveals itself, though its weapons are offline. Okay, I know exactly what this is, I know it leads to a ship unlock, but A, we already got the unlock, and B, I don't want the video to be too long, so let's just risk nothing and attack immediately. Alright. Mind control these guys. Alright, hit all this. Nice, nice. Alright, finish them. Okay, we caused some damage, but not enough to finish them. Face the wrath of my glaive beam! Yeah, get out of here. Alright, we killed them, and we got a bomb launcher, which I don't need. That's nice. Next beacon, over here. A Mantis mine layer hails you. This hive territory usually would kill Federation. However, conservation of ammo must be upheld. Consider this lucky and leave. Kill them, we could steal their mine launcher tech. You've taken the risky choice of fighting the ship. Hopefully you can protect yourself from their salvo long enough. Oh, I'm sure we will. Mind control these guys. Alright, take out those shields. Alright, this should be it for them here. Nice! While scrapping the wreckage of the Trapper, you find a functional mine launcher weapon drifting in the midst of the wreckage. Okay, a segment mine launcher is a mine launcher, does no system damage, and takes up a missile and causes a fire. It's pretty bad, so you know what? I don't even want it. Okay, let's go here. As the Coalition receives the backing of the Mantis Hive, their ships can often be found here. Not the kind to miss out on the opportunity to destroy a Federation ship. They attack. Alright, mind control you guys. Can't have you ironing my shields. Cloak all of this. Good. Hit all these rooms. Okay, good, good. Rock, go stand in the airlock. Alright, ready? Fire! Alright, they want to surrender? No, let their cries of terror go in vain. Haha! Yeah. Alright, we got him. The enemy ship crumbles into its constituent pieces. The combined ingenuity of the Federation's enemies fortunately results in a ship that is quite profitable to scrap. Good. Now we gotta be the exit beacon in 3, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. You've arrived at a seemingly ordinary beacon, but scans show a slip tunnel opening. Someone with an MV drive is jumping in nearby. A mute rebel officer fumbles. Performing lazy sign language, your translator slowly converts to verbal communication. A free Mantis ripped out my tongue. I blame you. Now I'm gonna kill you. Okay, well, prepare to have the Prepare to just die. How about that? Prepare to die. Short and sweet. Alright, let's hack their piloting. No dodges for you, sir. Get out of here! Alright, we almost one-shot him. Got him. Nice. Alright, the MV Rebel was defeated, and it seems to your luck a weapon was left behind. Okay, I don't need another weapon. Again, I already have enough stuff. Now, to the exit. Alright, explore. A critically damaged civilian carriage ship is nearby. Okay, let's run a scan on the ship. And scans show the ship is actually full of pirates, waiting to spring a trap when you board. You pull away from the wreck and fire upon the hull, frightening them. They immediately surrender. Yeah, get out of here, pirates. Alright, it's time for Node 17, the Federation capital. Hey, we got Vanilla Stealth Cruiser Slot C of this ship. Okay, proceed to the Federation capital. The Federation capital is your final destination, under siege by the rebellion. To save this reality, you must eliminate the rebel flagship before it destroys the Federation base. Exit hyperspeed. You're finally arrived at Node 17, the Federation capital. You've heard the stories of this conflict back in Universe O, the reality where the multiverse tech was discovered. Now you're about to take a part in it. Your actions here will either save or doom this reality. With a quick scan of your ID, you are allowed through the beacon without issue. Contact the Federation command. On the vid screen appears several Federation and NG officers, as well as Admiral Tully in the center. Ah, a stealth ship. No wonder I never got any clear readings on the details of your vessel. No matter, let us both hope that your ship will be strong enough to take down that flagship. Alright, let's get some ammunition and drone parts. Salvage mission. Okay, there's a cache here, ignore it, because that's an event where we can lose crew. Alright, we gotta be the base, so let's just go here, here, and then here. Whoa, there's a fight going on. A pirate ship comes careening towards you. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it! We need to get away from this bloody sector. Get out of our way! Oh, don't worry. You won't have to worry about that soon enough. Okay, target everything here now. Boom! Scans show the pirate ship is trying to escape. Destroy it before it can get away. Yeah, they're already dead. We merely request their lives, deny their requested salvation, and they're dead. Alright, we got the pirates. Now let's go to this repair beacon. Okay, we're at the repair beacon, and they give us some stuff. Alright, now let's go here. Okay, the ship nearby is broadcasting a call on Federation channels. This is Captain Boggs of the Federation fleet. We are requesting support from any nearby ships in the local system. Do they think we're stupid? This is just a rebel ship with Federation paint on it. Attack! You catch the captain of the ship saying, "Crap, they're onto us! Ready the weapons!" Alright, you guys aren't going anywhere. Alright, let's cloak this. We'll just kill them then. Take out that mind control. Yeah, there we go. Get out of here. Alright, we'll mind control these guys then. Die! Get out of here, rebel scum. The death of your opponents is rarely as satisfying as when it's a rebel ship. At last, you're avenged for all the hell they've caused the Federation. Alright, now, let's go to the base. Okay, the Federation base of this reality is just as impressive as the one back in Universe Zero. Much of the city below has been evacuated, but the Capitol building, the center of operations, is still operational. If the flagship destroys it, the Federation will be powerless and this reality will be lost. Luckily, you've arrived here before the flagship. One of the few remaining Federation support ships patches up your hull and gives you a few supplies. Whoa, 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 look at this! We have over 1,000 scrap. Time to get some much needed upgrades. We'll install breach sealant, extinguishers. Okay, let's upgrade the piloting. Logistical assistant, weapons, performance upgrade 1, performance upgrade 2. Let's see, cloaking, shadow weaponry, good. We'll install oxygen, med bay, and mind control value ports. We'll upgrade the engines. All coming together now. Let's I wanna create another morph. Sensors and doors have been upgraded to the max. Anything else we can do? Guess not. Let's go here and then the base, just so that we can have the empty jump. Okay, do something on board the ship. Interact with a crew. Feed Uj Maju. Let's get one morph. Yes, good. He spits out a morph. Alright, and let's change the morph's form. Transform a regular morph. Take on the form of a rockman. Alright, I think it's time we go kick this flagship's ass. Let's go. This is it. The Rebel flagship. If you're able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving. There's no turning back. The flagship doesn't take long to notice you. It powers up its artilleries and approaches. Alright. They mind control this here. Unmind control. Alright, you know what? Send in the crew now. And just to be safe, I'm gonna hack their shields. Yes! Yes! We actually killed them all. Nice, nice. They're in my shields room, which is really bad. Let's cloak this. Okay. Hit all this. Yes! Yes! Serious damage we just caused. Okay. We took out their laser. Let's take out their beam. Yes, yes, we got them. We finished off the ship. Good, good. Just as you finally gain the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump. You gotta keep up the assault. We will. Just give me a moment to take care of these crew first. Let me actually mind control this guy here. Yes, yes. That's right, that's right. Stand in the airlock, MFK Ace. Alright, these guys finish off the crew in here. Okay, good, good. Kill this MFK Ace. No. Yeah, dead. Alright, it looks like everyone's up and running again. There's one thing I want to get, and that's one last thing. We're gonna go onboard tech. Defense Scrambler. Disables enemy defense drones. Give me that. Thank you. Now, let's go kick ass. You chase down the flagship and discover it is heavily damaged from the previous fight. Scans indicate that it has redirected considerable power to its drones. Get ready for a fight. Alright, the flagship might be weakened, but it is still formidable. Keep up the fight. Okay, I can hack their ship because we won't have to worry about the defense drone. They hacked our mind control, which sucks. And sent some boarding drones. Yes, good, good. We took care of that. Now hack those shields. Cloak this. Okay, now attack everything on their ship. Yeah, hit all this. Oh yes, look at all that damage. We hit all of their like deadly systems. That's perfect. And the mind control will prevent this guy from fixing anything. Now finish him. Okay, we almost got him. Okay, okay, yes. Let's see if we can kill these guys off here. Hold on. We'll cloak this. Alright, power up the mind control. And here, have you guys fight. Yes, come on. Kill him, kill him. Yes, die, die, die. Yes, you're dead. And you're dead. That's perfect. Now they only have one crew left. That was genius. Destroy them! Yeah, get out of here. Just as you finally gain the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump. You gotta keep up the assault. Oh, we've been doing that, alright. We've been doing that. Let's go to the base and kill this flagship one more time. Let's do this. You're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with the amount of damage it has sustained. It looks like it's transferred power to defensive systems, as well as some kind of super weapon. Be prepared. This is it. Alright, let's do this. Look, see? I told you they had that cluster bomb, but we're not gonna use it because we have a better weapon system. Okay, they hit our mind control for some reason. They broke my O2, they hit my shields. And we'll cloak this. And shoot all this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good dodges. Oh crap! They hit our weapons. Okay. Cloak all this. And send in the hacking drone into their shields. Ah, they keep on hitting us. This is bad, but now's our chance. Hack, hack, hack. Oh, they keep on hitting us. Okay, hit this, hit all this, hit all this. Yes, 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 we hit a bunch of stuff. Okay, good, good, good. Everything to the shields, everything to the shields. Fix it, fix it. Alright, mind control this guy so he doesn't fix anything. Alright, let's take out this. Yes! Yes! Okay, we actually took out their missiles. And they broke their piloting. Okay, this should be dead here. Finish them, finish them! No! No, they got their shield back. Dang it. Oh, we almost had them, we almost had them. Come on! No more fixing the shields for you. Cloak this. Alright, hack, hack. Come on. Alright. Let's get them. Good turn! You're dead! Haha! We did it! Yes! Thanks to the valiant effort of the DASR-12 and her successful crew, the multiverse flagship of this reality has been destroyed. The rebel forces were weakened, and the Federation troops, along with reinforcements, successfully defeated the rebel forces of this reality. Let's go! We did it! We saved the Federation and defeated the rebel flagship. Okay, now let's go check that score, shall we? 63-48! Holy crap, now that's a big ass score. 63 frickin' 48. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Okay. So we explored 111 beacons this one. What the hell? We explored so much stuff. We defeated 59 ships. 59 out of 111 is what? That's about a 50% chance to find a ship fight for every beacon. Because if we round up 60 out of 112, yeah, that's like over a 53% chance of finding a ship fight. With a final scrap collection of 2789, we hired 15 crew members instead of the usual 8. Not 8, 15 crew members with a final score of 6,348. Now, that's not even my top score. My top score is 10,417, but 6,000 is pretty good on normal mode, so to speak. Well, I can't say I gotta say, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And I honestly thought we were gonna lose that final fight with the flagship. That was awesome. Okay, that was awesome. 6348. Wow. Nice job. Let's go see what the next ship is, shall we? So much for the glass cannon. You know, that's why you can't judge a book by its cover, guys. What once was thought out to be one of the worst ships in the game actually turned out to be one of the best. Look at that. But now, the next ship on our list, rock ship type B, the Shivan. Okay, and holy crap, this looks really cool. But you'll have to stay tuned for the next episode of FTL Multiverse, or any other non-FTL content that I may make. Be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you in space, or on Earth. See ya!